Listeners, we're back here at the Sound of Market, doing it real big once again. I mean, I think we're going to close December out with a bang. And this gentleman right here has started it all for us, Mr. Carl Thomas. It's a pleasure, man.
How you doing, man?
It's a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.
Guys, you know, you listen to the radio station, you hear me play when I do my little Monday sets and all that good stuff. You see me put a lot of different artists in, but you know, I always keep you in rotation.
Man, thanks. Man.
Because
I appreciate that.
The songs, man, the songs.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It really, you know, I'm not the kind of artist that puts out, you know, albums every year. So
right.
Gotcha. But yeah, it really means something to, you know, have, you know, people support me whether I have product in the marketplace or not.
Right.
You know, just to hear, you know, that I'm coming to town and see people fill up a room, you know what I mean, just for a good show.
You know, man,
I mean? That's really
quality is quality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Good music is good music.
Yeah.
And you transcend that, you know, and give that to us every time you put something out. You know what I mean?
Man, much appreciated.
That's what it is, man.
I'm really, you know what I mean? I'm not really trying to go deeper with it than I really have to, but I just really believe that, you know, you do authentic things and, you know, authenticity, you know, kind of surrounds you.
That's right.
You know, this has all been arranged for one purpose. I'm a singer and a songwriter, and I'm a live performer. So basically, me having a record deal and me doing videos and all of these things has all been arranged for one purpose, and that's to get the greatest number of people to come and see me sing live and hear my ideas.
There you go. There you go.
And that's really it.
Well, that goes right into my signature question. How does music feed your soul?
Well, you know, what's funny is that to me, it feeds me because melody for me is far more important than rhythm for me. Okay. And it's not like that for a lot of people. A lot of people, rhythm is more important than melody. But for me, melody is more important because melody dictates what lyrics are going to say. And if the melody is strong enough, you'll find out that you don't even need lyrics to translate. I mean, you can hear it. Have you ever been to an opera, you know what I mean, that's performed in Italian, and you don't speak Italian, but you cry at the same points that everybody else does because you understand.
You understand it,
yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just that's just how powerful it is. So for me, you know, there is a certain code, you know what I mean, within melody that I've found. You know, every 8-bar progression performed has what I call a heartstring. Okay. And you usually find that heartstring on the 6th or 7th bar. Really? You know what I mean? Of every song. You know what I mean? You know, I can name about 100 examples, you know what I mean, of that. But you know, I'm always looking for the code in the melody, you know what I mean?
You know, it's so many songs, man. I could go on and on and on, but I've got songs that stay staples for me anyway. But I won't get into that. Your new project. Conquer,
yeah.
What are you looking to accomplish with this project as opposed to the other projects? Or is it just a consistent movement of good music?
To be perfectly honest with you, Conquer for me is actually part 2 of So Much Better, of my So Much Better project.
Yes.
Project, because So Much Better was actually the project that got me back in line. Okay. You know, I was at home completely content with not doing music. And I was fine with it, and I was watching the award shows, enjoying all the artists, and enjoying what I heard, and I had no type of push in me at all to want to get up and do it. You know, in 2004, right after I released my second album for Bad Boy, my Let's Talk About It album, you know, my family was kind of stricken with tragedy in the death of my oldest brother. You know, he was shot and murdered on the streets of Chicago, you know.
Okay.
And he was somebody that was really close to me and traveled with me, and, you know, I mean, you know, it's my bunk bed partner, you know what I mean?
Understood, understood, right.
So, but, you know, it just really, it really forced me to understand what the process of grief was, you know. Okay. And it caused me to reevaluate what I was doing and reevaluate the decisions that I was making musically as an artist. And I think it's important and okay for artists to know that it's okay to reevaluate sometimes.
Yes, it is.
You know, just in order to stay happy and stay in touch and acquainted with your reflection.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Some people can get so far that they're no longer even acquainted with the mirror anymore.
This is right.
Yeah, you know, I wanted the ability to look at myself and see what other people saw in me, you know, because I can't honestly say that I really could see that, you know.
Right.
But I was sitting at home one day in my living room, and my man Mike City called me up, and he said, you know, you really need to come out to LA and let's get in the studio and do some songs and just have a good time doing it. And you know, we're not under the clock, we're not under the pressure of anybody's budget.
Boom, 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 right, push.
And I went out there, and you know what happened? My friends came to see me. You know what I mean? And that's how we got that. That's how that project came off. You know, Brandy came by, and you know, and Layla Hathaway came by, and my man E40. You know what I mean? And just to see how I was. You know what I mean? Just to see how I was, and that was just really big for me. You know, sometimes when you go through things, you don't really know you don't know who your soldiers are. Who's
who's gonna stand for you.
But I will tell you this: I'm really glad to say that I was right. People who I thought were my friends really were my friends. You know, that doesn't happen a lot.
That's a beautiful thing. You know, it's funny because I talked to Sean Patterson, right? Yeah. And before that, I had talked to Rochelle Farrell also, right? And she explained to me the same thing, that she had to take some time, right? And she was wanting to get back to creating good music. She said, so like Rashawn and Layla and them all came over the house, and that's what they did. She put together in her environment that was able to, you know, rejuvenate her, and she came up with that good music. Yeah,
I just, you know, I want to help people bridge gaps and understand, you know, music. Because I think that even if there's music that you don't like, you know, if you're a musician or a music lover, I think somewhat you have a responsibility to at least understand it, or just understand why people are gravitating towards it.
Exactly.
You know, a lot of people ask me questions about, you know, the present state of R&B or whatever, but you have to realize that things run in cycles, and we're just experiencing another embryonic stage of music right now. Music is always trying to reach out. It's always trying to reach forward and do new things, and break new ground. And you know, the past and the present really have to be mindful of that and kind of be careful, because when the future when the future is stifled from being the future by the present and the past, the future usually rises up and becomes murderous.
Yes, it does.
You know what I mean? So,
especially in this
absolutely. So it's just really important, you know, that we don't get caught up in our own errors. You know, and that we embrace what's to come. You know, I remember, you know, reading a segment in Rolling Stone magazine, and you know, they have a segment in Rolling Stone that says, you know, this day in music, this is what was going on. You know, back in this day. And I read a quote from Stevie Wonder, and I think it was something he said, you know what I mean, in the early 70s. And Stevie said, you know, if you really don't have foresight and the ability to see what's coming around the corner, then really longevity really isn't for you.
It's not for you.
Yeah, it's really
take
not
note,
for you.
People.
So,
take note. It's not for you.
Yeah,
definitely. So as of right now, where can folks find your music? I mean, is it everywhere right now?
Oh man, it's in all the stores. You know, I like to thank all the independent retailers. You know, thank you for supporting black music and soul music. It's really important that, you know, you understand that soul music is still very relevant and still very much a part of our lives. And it's how we, you know, it's how we monitor, you know, our loves, our failures, our dreams, our goals, our families, you know what I mean, things like that. And it's also what draws us together, you know what I mean? So go out and support soul music, whether it's Carl Thomas, whether it's Tyrese, whether it's Jasmine Sullivan, or whether it's Jill Scott, or whether it's Sean Patterson or Rochelle Farrell, whatever it may be, whatever your flavor is, soul music has got something for you.
You got to keep it coming for us, man.
Yeah.
All right, now, is there any special sites that they need to hit up to follow you as far as tour date stuff?
You can hit me up on my Twitter, which is Mr._Carl_Thomas, or you could hit me up on my Facebook page in my own name. You'll see me in there with a beautiful black suit with a red hanky on, live in Las Vegas. Live from Las Vegas, look, man. And then you can also, if you want to be abreast on what's happening in the future, or my tour dates, if you want to know, if you just want to know where I'll be promoting the album, you can go to my personal website, which is carlthomaslive.com. If you want to peek into my everyday normal life with my family, and you know how I get whatnot on the barbecue grill or whatever it may be, or cooking in my own kitchen, you can check my YouTube page, which is also Carl Thomas Live, and we can get into all that.
Cool. So we're going to put all of that on Soul Fusion media page, people. So you need to tune in and log in and create your profile, because his stuff will be there. Definitely. Well, look, man, it's a pleasure. I just want you to understand something. For me, just as a fan, you know what I mean? I take bits and pieces of different things of style and guys. I mean, my pop was a cool dude, and he was like pop to everybody. He ran a boys club, stuff like that, right? But I noticed that you have a certain style about you, and meeting you just puts it all together for me. You know what I mean? Which makes the whole package come together. So you are truly a gentleman that I admire, and that's. I don't do that with everybody, bro. So I appreciate you being with us, man. Thanks a lot, man.
Much appreciated.
All right, y'all. So Fusion Media, we out.